Carlos has written a wonderful book, among many actually, and it's just come out recently, and it's called Who Do You Think You Are? I want to tell you a little bit about Carlos. I mean, I know a lot about him because he's a very deep person in there, but it says, Dr. Carlos Warter, the esteemed physician, psychotherapist, and healer whose charismatic lectures and workshops around the world have led untold thousands to rediscover their essential selves. Now he shares his prescription for achieving physical health and emotional joy. And I just want to read a quote to you from a good friend of Carlos's, Deepak Chopra, who says, Dr. Warter has put the knowledge and wisdom of centuries into an entertaining and informative text. Read this book. Welcome.
Thank you. Pleasure being here.
Who are we, Carlos?
That's the biggest question that everybody needs to ask oneself throughout life. And I think that we get so involved with work and having things and doing things to assert our deeper identity, our sense of beingness. In my perspective, when we find out that what we are is an eternal being, and a being that is a soul, a spiritual entity and not a material entity, then we acquire mastery in the material world, because living in this world is a service and a responsibility, and not this hardship that we have accustomed ourselves.
When you think about the hardship of some people, at times it seems to be almost to be a luxury to connect with that. You know, when I think back on my own childhood and I think of living in one room and my father working on 3 jobs, how can we get past some of that place? And
I believe it's a matter of education. It's a matter of really focusing on what is a priority. We have an inverted knowledge of reality. We think our priority is becoming somebody in the world. And we're looking for ourselves in the somebody that we think that we're going to become. A father, a husband, a professional, a worker. Of course, we need to have relationships and we need to have work and activity. But if we don't find out that we are autonomous, independent beings, really independent beings, God created entities, and if the word God is offensive to some these days, we didn't create ourselves, or something higher than ourselves produces this life force. And if we take responsibility for that, if we take the simple prescription of changing from the head to the heart, of not analyzing our life but living it, it becomes a full-time job. The discovery is a full-time job.